Ho ho ho, the controversies of the skills system. Now, I am actually kind of a big fan already, even though I haven't tried skills yet, because this could actually be buffing towers that need a long time buff. So let's take a look at the skills system. Okay, so it plays the intermission, and let's see, do I have all these at once? Like, do I just unlock all these at once? I guess we know why we get a ton of coins now, so my only feedback so far is, can we just know what we're unlocking? Like, if we hover over it, can it just tell us what we would unlock if we click it? Let's just click it. Oh, it just tell us. Reduces cooldown of active abilities by 5 seconds. Active abilities. That's interesting wording right there. I guess we'll just see what it does. And yeah, Accelerator definitely needs a buff. So I'm just gonna buff Accelerator a little bit. And I just wish there was a way to go back. So if you want to not have a really powerful Accelerator for some reason, I think that would be really nice. What is this? Increases the player health pool by 6 in groups the highest HP is used. Personally, I think a lot of people will be buying this, so I'm not going to be buying that. Selling towers returns 1.2% more money. This could be a useful one. So I'm just going to go to 10. Alright, did not really break the bank. Enhanced options. Tower range is increased by 0.5. This is a pretty useful one for a couple towers. So I'm just going to bring in a couple of towers that I don't think are good. Oh, but it's getting pretty expensive. Let's just go to 10 once again. Improved gunpowder. AoE explosion radius is increased by 0.8. Just keep getting... Let's go to 10 once again. I mean, I'm not really buying anything with coins anymore. Fight dirty. Debuff durations applied enemies are unlocked. Starting cash. Let's go 20. So 20%. Let's see. Wave rewards. I'm just spending a lot of coins on this. I'm going broke. Alright, scavenger. What is this? Every 29 enemies kills grants 1.5 times rewards from enemies unlock. Let's go 5 for that one. I don't know what that does. This is gonna make the game way too easy, so... So that's all I can get from here. I think I used my money pretty well here. Alright, so is this gonna make the game better or too easy? So currently, I'm actually gonna switch. Let's just switch out Commander for Engineer. There you are. So I think if I'm doing my math correctly, we might have enough for Engineer. So I won't be working on support. Oh, just barely enough. Well, I think I'll just re-abnormals. I thought there were more at the beginning of the wave. Alright, so the range is a lot better, because that's like a weird decimal number. I remember this being like 12 or something. So I guess you'll need to get used to this being random decimal numbers, like 0.69, instead of just a whole number. Alright, so somebody has a Crook Boss here. So normally the cooldown is 50 seconds, but I also have Crook Boss here, so I'm curious to see if it makes a better difference. So we definitely see that the range is a lot better, can actually cover everything here now. Alright, so it looks like Crook Boss can also go through the range. So it looks like the time is a little bit shorter. I highly doubt it's 5 seconds of me talking. So let's just see this right here. I'm curious how this server thinks about the skills. So I just said how y'all think about skills so far. Personally, I like them so far because it gives you something new to grind for, especially if you have all the golden towers. So I'll definitely be grinding for all these skills since I have wanted something else to grind for. I felt like I completed the game even though I don't have all the towers quite yet. So I'm at least happy I get something else to grind for. So it looks like our first person said mid. Alright, so let's see here. It looks like he has 42 seconds, so I think he upgraded his skills so far. But I'm saying this right now, they gotta fix these PNG farm to make it consistent, not level 4 and 5 being max farm. Alright, so let's see our cooldown. So it is 43 seconds instead of 45 seconds. So that's good to know here. Alright, so it looks like this accelerator charges a little bit faster. It looks like this guy upgraded his skill. Alright, so right now I'm just farming right here. We almost have enough for accelerator. So I'm curious on how much faster the accelerator will charge up because we got that skill And I'm wondering if new skills will be added in the future, but hopefully that doesn't make the game too easy. So I think Accelerator needs a skill like this, so let's see it so far. So we have just level 1 Accelerator, and it charges about the same speed. So I think one of the things Accelerator can improve on is the charge time, and I'm glad they're finally addressing it a little bit. So far, I don't think this update is too bad. It gives you something else to grind for, and it does minimal things to make the game easy. Now, obviously, you do spawn in with more money, and that can get you a level 1 and a level 0 farm at the start compared to just one farm. So yeah, I don't think this update is bad at all. I mean, the eco in this game is very bad, especially in quad matches, so I'm glad it makes quad matches a little bit easier. But at the same time, did it even require a skill to make the game better? Why couldn't they just update the economy system in TDS? Because obviously everybody is going to pick quad mode thinking it's going to be easier, even though trio is easier. But at the same time, I think a good skill to have is updated event currency. Like, we need more this to be buffed big time, especially late game, where it just starts nerfing itself. Hopefully a skill like that gets added soon, or maybe I don't know about that skill quite yet, because I obviously don't have enough money for all the skills. Alright, so it looks like the range is the same for the patrol zone, so we'll get a bigger patrol zone on the next upgrade. But so far I'm not really noticing a difference, at least with the pursuit. So I'll upgrade the pursuit here. Yeah, it looks about the same, because everybody likes playing on this map. I just wish there was more map variety, people choose more maps. That's something else I would change. Buff the rewards for harder maps. Kind of like what they do with Honey Valley, and then just release Honey Valley to the public. Although I'm not noticing anything with the base health. Let's see here. I will see that skills will change the game forever. And I'm guessing that hardcore skills are going to be required or something in order to beat that mode. I mean, that would make skills useful. And I think that would be a good progression if they make skills required to beat hardcore mode. If anybody at TDS is watching this video, probably not. I think the best thing to make skills less controversial is to make them required for hardcore mode. So that way, noobs who think that following is way too hard will eventually see how easy it is. And just, the other suggestion is add a skill, if there's not one already, to get limited event currency a lot easier. Because I think it's just way too grindy. Yeah, because if hardcore had skills turned off, then what's the point of skills? It would just make the game a lot easier. And are we gonna die? No, we aren't. I need to help with defense a little bit more. Because if hardcore just had skills turned off, then what's the point of grinding for skill? I mean, it'd be fun to just grind for skills and maybe have a couple with gems once hardcore becomes a lot better. Alright, but so far the game feels about the same, so I don't get the controversy with skills. Yes, placing more farms would be nice and making the eco a little bit better, but it's still not good, I would say. The eco could definitely be a little bit better inside of fallen modes. Yeah, but at this rate, I'm not gonna be ranking everything up to max. So I don't get the controversy behind skills. They're just something that will make hardcore a little bit easier, because it will definitely be impossible without skills. And I think it's a good concept with hardcore, just having skills make it required. Because if skills are just turned off for hardcore, then what's the point of skills? Also, there's still a sense of randomness with the skills. Some people will have skills, other people, like noobs, will not, especially if you're playing in public lobbies, which is probably most of y'all. So yeah, I don't get the hate for skills, and I probably won't ever, to be honest. Unless there's a skill that's instantly win game or spawn 50 million units at once. I think they're pretty well balanced. They've been in development for a couple years at this point. So obviously, Paradoxium has done a pretty good job with the skills update. Well now, will this affect strategies? Yes, it will affect strategies. It will make the strategies a lot harder to make for sure. But that's the fun of it. Why do we need strategies inside TDS? Why can't we just play with a random set of towers? Now what I think should happen is you should be able to beat TDS with any tower besides like the starting towers. And it's basically all just your skill, not adding skills inside of TDS. So yeah, use skills wisely for sure. Because some skills are good, some skills are bad. Yeah, you can only place 21 troops. That's pretty funny to see. Wait a minute. It says 26. I can only place 21 troops? Yeah, skills are a little bit bugged so far. Because it says 26 right here, but I can only place 21. A little bit weird to see, but I guess it is what it is. Also, I'm pretty sure skills have been in development since 2020, so this is a 5-year-old thing that's been in development. So yeah, skills are pretty well balanced, I believe. Now, obviously I don't have every single skill, but so far it feels about the same. It just gives a slight buff to towers. And since I don't really like farming, this is a W update. This is a goated update. It's just one step closer to not needing to farm, because farming is one of the most boring things in TDS. I usually prefer to be early game at this point, especially because I have engineer. So I just placed down an engineer, and then you just need to strategize. That's what I like about TDS, is that you can do whatever you want and do whatever strategy you want. Now, personally, I don't like playing with strategies. I know some people do, but if you're playing with strategies, I'm just gonna be kind of honest. It's just really boring to play with strategies. I prefer to just play with random set of towers. So if TDS could add like a random tower mode where you just get random towers and just you need to figure out how to use them, I think that would be a really good update, and you get paid a little bit more. Yeah, once again, even at the final wave, it still feels about the same. Now, a skill that would make this update not good is make enemies have lower HP. I think there should be a set amount of HP on every enemy, and just changing it like that is not a good move, I think. Now, obviously, it felt a little bit easier, especially at the beginning, but besides the beginning, it does not feel easier at all. So yeah, that is why I don't really care about skills being in the game. So yeah, thank you, and goodbye.